Hello, my name is Cody Montone. I partnered with Hayden Woodroe and Samantha Driscoll. We were part of our juggling a golf ball skill development. Our goal was to juggle as many times a golf ball on the face of a golf club. The club we chose was a pitching wedge, and our unit of measurement was as many times as the golf ball made contact with the face of the club. It counted as a juggle. We practiced Monday through Friday at roughly 5 p.m. near dinner time for 10 minutes long. We took no breaks over the course of our 10 practice sessions, and the highest recorded number of bounces we had was the value that we took as our measurement.
We predicted that as group members, we would retain an average of 90% of the skill after 1 week of the retention interval. And we predicted that all group members would perform 60% better from the first practice session to the last session.
So, so this here on the left is my first attempt. As you can see, I got one, and on our last attempt, I had a total of 33. Um, During this time, you can see that I began to move about much more. I was walking with the golf ball as well as maintaining a much tighter grip on the club, actually using the club against my elbow to maintain control.
All right, and here's my first try here on the left. I kind of was holding the club loosely and not dropping the ball super close to it. And then on the right here, this is my final attempt. Here I began moving the club up to meet the ball instead of waiting for the ball to bounce on the club. And I also tended to move the ball to the left side of my body. Found that this gave me more control over it, and I was easily able to keep it close to the club.
So this is my first attempt, which was pretty rough. I think I got two. And my last one, I think I got 23. The big thing I noticed was the placement of my hand. I definitely was more choked up on the club. And I noticed that I was more meeting the ball instead of just letting the ball hit the club itself.
So here's a graph of all of our findings from our first attempt all the way to our 10th, as well as our retention test. As you can see in the very first and beginning, we were very tight. Everyone seemed to have a very similar number of bounces. And as we move forward, about session 7, you see a bigger dispersion. It's good also to mention that Sam, as though she started with the lowest, actually had the highest amount of growth, just based on the fact that she started out with 2 bounces and finished with 23.
So as our summary shows, we did not meet our first prediction as our absolute retention. We had 7, 3, and 3, and then when we calculate that in percentage, we had 26, 9, and 14. So our average of the absolute retention or relative retention was 16%. So that means we only retained 84%, not 90. And then our improvement, Cody showed a 450% improvement, Hayden 320, and then mine was 1,050, just like what Cody said, because I started out with a 2. Okay.